Yeah, hello, welcome to this game. It's 25 minute 10 again, rapid chess, playing Breck. Yeah, let's do a flank opening. Something that I've played quite a bit in tournament chess. Okay, that's interesting. What he's doing is he's just handling it like it would be colors reversed. And black is intending to go e5. I don't want a King's Indian reversed, but a Grunfeld reversed is an entirely different thing. So d4. I actually regard that as a pretty good line for white. The Grunfeld here with the tempo up. Very often we won't have a, let's say, standalone opening where something that really is a Grunfeld reversed, but we were probably transposed to something. That was a very weird sentence. We were transposed to something. In this case, we were transposed to a Tarrasch. If he takes with the pawn. Yes, that's the Queen's Gambit Tarrasch. Yeah, maybe that is what he wanted to play anyway, but some people really, they stumble into it by mistake. And his thought there is a bit... of a hint that maybe he's not here willingly. But okay, you never know. People might take a couple of seconds because they grab their cup of coffee or whatnot. a5. Yeah, well, a3 is an interesting sideline. The move a5 is I think not a particularly great idea. Of course, b4 was an idea that a3 introduced, but that's not the most important point of a3. Now he really has that problem of being being a little bit weakened on the queen side. Yeah, I wonder, in this particular situation, bishop f6 is definitely a move. Bishop f6, queen f6, knight d5, queen b2, knight c7. This is a well-known line without a3 and a5 played. The question is, how does it differ? Interesting. There's also rook c1 that is also making quite a bit of sense. A possible line is bishop f6, queen f6, knight d5, queen b2, knight c7. That's the point. Attacking the rook on a8 and the bishop on e6. Rook a d8, tempo on the queen, and then queen c1. This is the way this is normally unfolding, and white has a slight but very persistent advantage. On the other hand, rook c1 is interesting as well. So let's do that. It's a little bit more... Yeah, that's the somewhat more aggressive move, let's say, that does not go into an endgame immediately. However, bishop f6 is definitely a move that leads to some advantage. Okay, he just retreats there. Yeah, I can go knight d4 is one possibility and just be satisfied with the fact that he has weakened his queen side that much. I think I'll do that. It's a simple way to play, but a good way. Block that IQP. Okay, he couldn't advance it anyway due to knight b5 and the pawn gets lost, but knight d4 seems useful. While white's position is entirely standard, let's say, for this kind of IQP setup, the move a5 is kind of ugly. Weakening b5, b6, and so on. There's also knight takes e6 in this position, sometimes capturing that bishop for weakening of black's light squares mostly, but it's something that has to be considered carefully if I want to take on e6. Yeah, let's see what he's doing. If he goes queen to b6, I probably will just take on c6 and play knight a4. No. He has a number of less committal moves, like rook e8 or something like that. But okay, rook e8 would really... Oh, wow. That I don't really get. Am I not just winning a pawn now with more than one continuation? If I go bishop e7, bishop e7, knight c3, rook c3, knight e7. Okay, it's good for white, but no pawn. Bishop e7, knight c3, bishop d8, knight d1, rook f d1. Yeah, that's pretty awful for black. The question is it the best move? I also have knight takes e4, which also just wins a pawn, I think. Yeah, hard to tell. It's all pretty good. Here he can play bishop g5, of course, and then I go knight takes g5, queen g5, knight takes e6, and again that's a pawn. Knight e4 is a bit mysterious, as it is wrong due to a number of things, really. Okay, so if I go knight g5, he can play knight d4 maybe. Yeah, that's also pretty dreadful. But let's do this and then take on g5 and then on c6, so for the pawn. Yeah, I can almost pre-move knight g5, but it's really no need to be in any hurry here. So I've won a pawn, but it's not it's not super easy to win. I mean, okay, it's not like it's not super difficult either, but it's still very easily imaginable that white is maybe losing b pawn somehow because of the open b file, and we get like 4 against 3 at the end, which will be very often a draw. Yeah, like a d pawn exchanged versus a3 and b2, that can easily happen under some circumstances, and then the technical task is really substantial. So rook b8, as imagined. Yeah, I really cannot give him that pawn. Most obvious move is queen d4. I wonder if there's something better. Also, rook c2, rook d2 might be a maneuver. Queen d4 looks very normal. What is his move then? Queen f6 maybe. I'll take rook c2. It's not that easy. It really isn't. Let's think here. Is there some better way to play this? For example, is b3 a move? No, probably not. Let's go here. No. maybe just a rook c5 and bishop d5 coming up. If he goes rook b3, yeah, maybe even rook b6 then. Okay, h6, he's a bit concerned about the back rank, understandably so. Yeah, okay, I'm going for that d pawn. Maybe he can go queen f6 now. Yeah? That was a bit of a superficial move. Huh. Anyway, if he goes queen f6, I can take rook c2 anyway. He's gotten h6 for free, but compared to queen f6 on move 18, but well, that's not the end of the world. Yeah, someone posted a comment in an earlier video with that time control, what I did to ruin my rating here with 1900. Yeah, it's just that we start with 1600 in that new pool, and yeah, I've won every single game that I played in it, but it just takes a while until rating gets to gets to that those higher levels. It's simply a matter of time. Okay, so I wonder if I should play b4 here. I think I should actually. Let's do that, so that I can be sure that he's not putting pressure on that b pawn from b8. I take it. I'll have a b pawn that is rather dangerous. And if he takes on c5, I can also even take with that pawn and get a protected. That's wrong, not a protected passer, but a nice advanced pawn. Yeah, okay, I don't need to pre-move them. Though those pre-moves, if I pre-move that, it always looks a bit wacky, yeah? So I'm not going to pre-move here. Got enough time. Yeah, I mean, I think he should take on b4 and trade this pair of pawns. It was important to note that the move rook f to c1 instead. Yeah, if I would have gone rook f to c1, then he had queen c1. Oops, and I'm losing. So you can always blunder your game away. There's hardly any position where, yeah, playing something stupid and losing is impossible. Okay, I definitely need something to drink, so sorry for the drinking noises. It's just too hot here in Germany at the moment. Yeah, he's taking a while. Yeah, okay, the position is not easy to play, I understand, but probably a takes b4. Yeah, it's played anyway. So take here. So I've got the b pawn as an asset. I couldn't take on d5. Maybe I could have taken on d5, actually. Huh. Bishop d5, rook d5 is just a second pawn, and bishop d5, I was thinking rook takes c5 would be good for black, but I could have taken a8 then. Interesting. So I could have taken the pawn instead of b4. That was a sloppy play, but okay, well, b4 is not bad in itself. It's just that if the other move is better, I should have preferred that. Anyway, I can always go in the next move. Okay, he takes it. Yeah, with what? Yeah, probably with the pawn. Just looks more harmonious. And I've got rook d1 coming up with more pressure on d5. The combined pressure on d5 and the c pawn should be quite substantial. In fact, if I have rook d1 next, let's say he goes rook c8. Rook d1. Okay, queen e7. He might. Yeah, he plays that maybe. Yeah. Anyway, let's. I don't need to worry much about those details. I have a couple of useful moves that I can play, like e3, for example. Then rook c1. Yeah. Okay. He's trying to activate that rook. I wonder if rook a1 is a move, but he will probably... No, he cannot take e2 because of rook a8 check and queen d3. Yeah, still rook a1 looks weird. Taking... that looks strange. Shouldn't do that. Yeah, well, e3 is the most normal continuation. Maybe he's got rook c2 though. Rook c2. It feels a bit annoying, that move, really. Interesting. Let's see how to play that. e3, rook c2. I don't see a great move after that. I mean, okay, I'm not in trouble or anything, but it's really helpful for him that he's got... If he gets behind the pawn. Okay, let's check rook a1 for once. Rook a1 takes, and queen d2. That was what worried me a little bit. But I just have e3, right? e3 and queen d4 next. Okay, not queen d4. Bishop f1. That's not good. Rook a1 is not helping. Taking and queen d2 is a problem. I can go bishop f3, but I don't like it. That just doesn't feel right. So let's check. e3, rook c2. Do I have anything else that I can play? I'm really not entirely sure what the best way is here from a technical point of view. I wonder if f4 is a move, or is that just weakening uselessly? It's f4 is very much weakening. Queen h5 or something. No, it's not a good idea. So, what else is there? Can play. That's also bad. After e3, rook c2, yes, queen e7. That's really a problem, amazingly enough. Okay, maybe no, that's also not going to work. Okay, maybe check rook a1 again. At least that prevents rook c2. Takes, queen d2. It's my back rank is so weak. That's a problem. Like if I go e3, then he plays queen c2. I have no means of protecting that pawn conveniently. If I protect it, he will check me on the back rank, and that's not going to end well. Rook d1, maybe just attacking that pawn. That it just it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right at all. Rook e2. Rook d1, rook e2, bishop d5, queen d5, rook e1, check. This kind of crap. Nope, that is not good at all. Not good at all. Okay. I don't see a good continuation, amazingly enough. Maybe e4, yeah? That's a very radical solution to the whole thing. I just got rook d2. Okay, I'm playing that now. It took ages for that move. 7 minutes, that's crazy. Oh my. Okay, it's also a bit early in the day. It looks weird to trade off his weakness, but after takes, bishop takes, rook c2 is prevented, and my c-pawn can be pushed to c6, being protected by the g2 bishop. I'm worried about rook d2, those kind of moves, but I thought that queen c3, queen b4 should be okay. Queen c3 might have d4 though. Yeah, the move before, that wasn't so precise. Really wasn't. And maybe with hindsight, maybe b takes, maybe the other move was stronger. Huh. Yeah, I played a bit too quickly maybe in the earlier there, allowing a bit too much play. Here he also has bishop h3. Yeah, rook d2 maybe, but then queen c3 looks okay. Any other moves? Yeah, okay, bishop h3, of course. I can move the rook. I'll play bishop g2. Rook d1 is looks a bit more attractive as it immediately threatens queen d8 winning. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, rook d2, queen c3. Then what? Then bishop h3 maybe. So yeah, well I have to keep my pawn protected, so choice is somewhat limited. c3 or b4. Yeah, c3 looks a bit more normal, let's say. Yeah, good resistance that he's putting up. Yeah, probably let b4 sequence. I could have taken d5. That was probably the real way, the good way to do it. Am I threatening f4 in this position? No, not really. He's got queen d8, protecting that rook. Always good to check for those liabilities. Sometimes they would be very effective using them, I mean. Yeah, so yeah, here's the question: bishop g2 or moving the rook. If I move the rook, f2 is a bit vulnerable. On the other hand, how is he attacking it? How is he supposed to attack that pawn? I don't really see. A second idea is maybe c6, actually. Okay, no. c6, bishop f1, c7, he can drop back to h3 or a6, so that's not working. Bishop g2 I don't like, because after the capture he has got queen d5 check, and That feels wrong. It really feels wrong. The question is, do I go to e1 or to c1? I think e1. His rook is somewhat... It's active, but also some sort of liability. If I go to c1, I don't like to be in that queen's diagonal, so that there might be some tactics if my queen moves. On the other hand, on e1 it is unprotected, which is also not entirely ideal. Yeah, my hunch says rook e1. And his bishop on h3 is really annoying there. But I think bishop g2 didn't help. I just have to be constantly aware of the weak back rank, so I have to make sure that there's no tactic with some check there. Yeah, for instance, if okay, not that is even working. Yeah, any check on the back rank by a rook or a queen would be would be fatal. Okay, he goes back. What is the idea here? Rook d1, maybe? Maybe just rook d1, but I was thinking c6 should be fine here, right? c6, what is the big idea? Queen d4, or... Okay, is there anything else that I can do here? He's also having some back rank issues with the bishop covering h7. A move like, let's say, bishop c2 threatens queen takes d2. But I don't really know if it is making much sense, so... Okay, push that. He goes rook d1. My rook on e1 is not hanging or anything, it's protected, so I don't really have any big issue there. Rook d1 I can play like bishop f3, let's say, to almost... No, that's not forcing the rook trade. He has rook d3. Yeah, anyway, let's see if he's playing that move or not. c7 is pretty big, yeah, pretty big threat, so he has to react in some way. I think rook d1 is very likely to happen. But what exactly is my move? If I go bishop s3, he really has rook d3. That's quite a big issue. Huh. Yep, he went for that. Tja, that's true, right? Bishop f3, there's rook d3. Very embarrassing. Okay, bishop c2 maybe. Takes on e1, queen e1, and I always have bishop e4 and can regroup. It's not the greatest technical display ever here. Really not. I'm not quite sure what else I can do. I don't have many moves available here. Cannot take on d1, cannot move the rook. Queen also doesn't have any sensible moves. So probably bishop c2, almost forcing that trade. And then I always have bishop e4 to cover that pawn. Kind of worried here that bishop c2, queen d4, I move like that. I have rook takes d1, queen c3, rook d8 mate. Okay. It's a slightly precarious situation really with bishop c2, queen d5 maybe. Yeah. That's true. I don't have or do I have that? Bishop h7, is that a move? It looks entirely weird. Takes, queen c2 check. That's almost working, but on bishop h7 he can go king h8, and the whole thing didn't really lead to much. I'm not quite sure what I should play here. Really not sure. Bishop c2, queen d5. I don't have many moves. That's really a big problem. I'm running out of sensible options. I can maybe... What can I do? Is there something else? A possible queen d4 is really... really an issue. Wow. I don't see a move. Wow, I really spoiled that stuff. I mean, I have c7 for drawing, but it's not exactly what you want. After you were basically winning out of the opening. That is bad. Is there any other idea? Bishop f3 again, let's check it. That was my original intention. It's rook d3. Rook d3. There's some way to sack that bishop. Rook f3. Queen c5, rook f3, c7. Wait, c7. Bishop f3, rook d3. Queen c5, rook f3, c7. Queen c8. I have queen c6. That will probably win. Maybe. c7. Queen d7. Yeah, that's a draw. Are there other queen moves that might be of interest? Not really. Is there a move that I have not considered yet at all? Queen b4, for example, is that a move? Queen b4. It's already a bit risky, simply because of the time situation to consider playing on. Queen b4. Queen b4, is that a move? Looks at b8, so that black's queen cannot easily move. On the other hand, it's not quite clear what the queen is doing on b4. Maybe threatening bishop f3. Is that a move, queen b4? Let's check. Queen d4, queen b8. Queen d6 maybe. Queen d6. Now then I've got, no, I don't have that. Queen b4, queen d6. Of course, I cannot take d1. Queen d6 is really annoying. I don't see a move after that. So I cannot play queen b4. Do I have to play c7 really? Am I blind here or what? Maybe I am. Maybe I am. I don't see how to continue. I feel that maybe there is something, but I don't see it. I really don't see it. Bishop c2. Yes, queen d5. That's really. Ugh. Yeah, I have to play c7, I think. Come on, I only have 1 minute left. And that's a draw, of course. Can just take e1, take c7. Wow. That's really, really, really bad.
Check.
Spoiling that completely winning position, technically winning. Tja. Bah. Really, really, really awful, yeah. Yeah, it's a complete draw, of course, but really awkward.
Check.
Is there anything I can hope for? Yeah, probably not. Yeah, maybe I can gain some space on the king side. See what happens. G4, H4, trying to play for a loss. Always possible. Awkward, yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm just completely blind and and didn't see the right continuations, but I really didn't see anything great there. Yeah, I wonder if I can maybe just offer a draw here and end it here. It's very difficult to imagine someone making a mistake here. But anyway, I can play a couple of moves. Yeah, queen f6 is the easiest.
Check.
Yeah, that's of course also fine. He can go with the queen on the first rank, threatening checks from the back. Yep, also fine, of course. So is there anything I can try at least? Yeah? I mean, also don't want to lose. Yeah? That would be even more embarrassing. H5, I don't know. It's probably a draw anyway. I really wonder what exactly did I do wrong? Yeah. Yeah, so going back now. And he will check me on the second, I guess. Then we can agree a draw. Yeah, maybe really that bishop takes d5. I could have taken that pawn at one point. And I just played b4 a bit too... I was superficially played, really.
Check.
Doesn't really matter. Always have a hard time to accept that it's going to be a draw. But yeah, it's really the case. As long as he can play whatever he wishes and draw, but if he just keeps the queen on that diagonal, it's very difficult very difficult for me to do anything.
Check.
Sometimes you can tempt the other guy to play on by letting your own clock run down. I have used that strategy on very rare occasions, but I don't know if it's a great idea. Okay, I can play here and cover e1 and g1, and maybe f4 next. Anyway, it's of course a draw. So f4, am I risking anything with that move? No, I don't think so. It's of course, it's no real winning try, but there's nothing particularly wrong with it.
Check.
Yeah, so queen takes, I guess. King takes is really weird. So let's take with this. I can go queen c3 check.
Check.
Yeah. Let's go here. It's even the queen trade is of course a draw. But at least there I have some very okay, it has to be very suicidal to screw it up.
Check.
So probably not happening. Okay, step here.
Check. Check.
Yeah, the only thing I have to really check for that I'm running in some kind of self-made. Yeah, sometimes you can do that. Yeah, with in queen end games. So yeah, like king h4, queen h2 check, queen h3. That already looks like a little bit. That looks like a weird way to do it. So anything else I can justifiably try? Can run around a little bit with the king, but it's not helping at all.
Check.
Sorry for dragging this on a little bit, but I always have a hard time to accept that I'm not going to win the game after I had such a good position. There's almost no way for him to screw it up.
Check.
Queen f6 would be also a very simple solution. Just trade queens. But somehow he's not doing that.
Check.
Of course he can just check. There's nothing wrong with it. But just trading is completely fine.
Check.
Yeah, to f5. These are the kind of stunts that sometimes will lose you the game. Currently I don't see why it should lose, but it's also really not trying for a win.
Check.
Yeah, I can probably fast
Check.
forward this. Queen c3, yeah.
Check.
It's probably perpetual
Check.
somewhere. If he takes it now, he can go king f6 and g5. That's really that's a total draw, but he's not doing that. I mean, there's no need. Yeah? He has all the checks. But anyway.
Check. Check.
I think he just has to press the draw button to claim the threefold. And somehow he doesn't do it.
Check.
Queen f6, of course. It's a wide range of draws. I really could have traded queens a ton of times and then the game would be over already. That's somehow a reason why I'm somehow continuing, because I don't get why he didn't exchange queens. Maybe he hopes that I'm killing myself, which I tend to do sometimes. But it's a bit difficult to imagine here.
Check.
How to do that. Queen g3, yeah, it's an immediate draw. Queen h1 and so on.
Check.
Is g5 a move? I mean, he can check me on h1. Doesn't help at all. No.
Draw offered.
Yeah, it's entirely pointless. For a long time, really. But as I said, I sometimes have a hard time to accept this. He's declining that. That's funny. Okay. G5 maybe or something. It's got the check on f1.
Time warning.
G4. I can do that, I think. Queen f1 check, king g4. It's still a total draw. Nothing, really nothing happening. Queen f1, check. I can also go to h2, yeah, that after that he doesn't have a check even.
Check.
Queen g2, king h4. It is a draw and stays a draw.
Check. 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 Check.
Yeah, now he's forcing that draw. I cannot go to f5. I mean, I can, but it's kind of pointless. Queen d5.
Check.
He's not pressing that draw button. I don't
Check.
get it. I don't get it. Okay, anyway.
Draw. Game of drawn.
So, yeah, that was unnecessarily long, of course. I should have maybe just conceded the draw much earlier. Yeah, I was just a bit too disappointed, to be honest. I mean, knight e4 is just, yeah, just losing actually. I didn't convert that, just bad. Okay, f4, f5, yeah, maybe. That's maybe the most forceful, but I didn't like to weaken my position there. It's probably winning the pawn there, but okay, this is not bad. Now before, yeah, maybe I could have taken here, right? Rook c5, oops, sorry. Rook c5, bishop here. It's got that one. That's 2 pawns. I mean, okay, I should have seen it, yeah, and I can still decide to not play it, but I only saw that idea here, and yeah, so e4 is actually the best move, or no, now the engine gives f4. I really wonder around here, queen c3, queen h here, maybe really the rook move. I didn't see 6. Queen f3 is stronger, but I really wonder, is there nothing that I can do here? Queen e3. Okay. Queen e3, queen d4, queen here. And this I can still continue. No, I didn't see it. At the end I got too nervous and played c7. I mean, too nervous. I spent like 10 minutes here or so and really couldn't come up with anything anything decent. Queen e3, yeah, maybe that's the only move. I was thinking this one, but then queen d6 loses for me. Bishop f3, rook d3. Oh, then c7 actually wins. Oh, why didn't I see that? Oh, that's embarrassing. But he has this move and wins. So I was right with the assessment, just not with the line. I thought this move, but then queen d5 is a huge issue. Tja. Maybe yeah, it's really only that queen e3 move. I don't really see... I mean, like here, that is also just a draw. I have to play that. I don't know. I didn't cross my mind. That is possible, really. Yeah, okay, and after that
Check.
we are just talking about a
Check.
complete draw.
Check. 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 Check.
Yeah,
Check.
he, as I mentioned,
Check.
he had some
Check.
possibilities to just
Check.
trade the queen.
Check. Check.
Like here,
Check.
for example,
Check.
or
Check.
there wasn't
Check.
even here in this case. If he
Check.
takes, he even gets here, and at the end, yeah, we'll win that pawn, which is still, of course, a draw. So yeah,
Check.
it was just a bad technical play. Yeah, I already felt very irritated here with that rook move. I always wanted to do this, but rook c2. I mean, that is not. That's just not okay. I mean, I'm losing that pawn, and that already deeply irritated me. I mean, it's not an objective problem, as e4 is good for white, but it now gets. I have to calculate more. And here this
Check.
is also not that great. Tja. Yeah, as I said here, white can also go for that. It's a bit better for me, but I wanted to play rook c1. That's also, I mean, it led to a great position. And knight e4 just is a big mistake, but I should maybe just do this. I was a bit I was too sloppy in that phase of the game, basically thinking that it wins itself, but it really didn't. Yeah, okay, it's not a mistake, but yeah, here already it's a bit it requires precision, and here maybe rook a1, I didn't think about rook a1. I had a very bad candidate move approach here. I was thinking rook c1 or rook e1. Why not rook a1? Rook a1 is just strong with the idea of playing this. It probably wins very easily. Tja. Yeah, and here the comp suggests queen f3. That's probably a good idea. Covering this and planning c6. Yeah, that was... My original intention was bishop f3 in that position, and I only later saw rook d3, which was not working, but queen d3 was. So a very sloppy play here. Yeah, okay, I hope you enjoyed that game. It wasn't a very thrilling one, and a terribly long video at the end. Hope you fast forwarded through the last 30 moves or so. Thanks for watching.